Do you have any idea? As the introduction is a question, yes. Well, the bathroom is. Oh, you can start where the bathroom is. You can start like, can you tell me where the bathroom is? Do you know where the bathroom is? Any beginning. Either a question or a affirmative or negative statement. Where the bathroom is. I know, se te está trabando, ¿verdad, Carmen? Yo sé. Es que no es el mismo Word, esta es la foto. Si no, no podía guardar toda. Sé que se te traba. Aunque quede medio encimada, como salga. Or someone else can write over it. Write on it. Write on my photo. Do you have? Ahí está. Yes. Take a photo. Do you have any idea where the bathroom is? Thanks, Carmen. Thanks. Now we have it complete. Okay. Okay. This was the practice. Practice. Now, let's go to see the activity in the book. No, no exagere. The life, guys. That's life. I hope you are ready. Are you ready for this? Hello, Aldo is entering. Okay. Number 1 is example. It says, how much does it cost to download music files of the internet? And they suggest the beginning. Do you know how much it costs to download music files of the internet? We just need to focus on the question. Nos vamos a enfocar en la pregunta, en la estructura de la pregunta. Are there any internet cafes around here? Are there any internet cafes around here? That is the question. Are there any internet cafes around here? Okay. That is the question, in fact. Are there? Are there is the question. What is the affirmative? O sea, first, tell me, what is the affirmative form or are there?
There are.
Ajá, ya, ahí está una, ya. You have the answer. Ellos sugieren empezar con I wonder, that is como, me pregunto. Is there, ajá, tell me.
There are any internet cafe around here?
Sí, el problema es, se cortó un poquito y quisiera así que escucharan tu pregunta, como que yo sí la alcancé a escuchar, pero ahí, otra vez, please. Sorry, baby.
I wonder, there are any internet cafes around here?
Casi, almost perfect, almost perfect. Te faltó una cosita. ¿Qué le faltó? ¿Quién encontró qué le faltó?
Elif.
Ella dijo. ¿Quién dijo?
Yo misma.
Sí. Tú misma te corregiste. ¿Quién dijo? Pues de la misma. Sí. ¿Cómo quedaría entonces?
I wonder if there are any internet cafes around here.
I love you so much. Yes. And you eliminate the information question. Y le quito el information question. I wonder if there are any internet cafes around here. Again. I wonder if there are any internet cafes around here. I wonder, the meaning is, me pregunto. Why? ¿Por qué uso if? ¿Por qué le puso if? What is the reason why she put if? ¿Quién sabe por qué le puso if? Necesito una razón.
Because there wasn't information question.
Thank you very much. Yes. There wasn't any information question. There is no where, what, how often, what. Yes. I wonder if there are any internet cafes around here. I love it. Yes. Number 3. Perdón, chicos. Teacher, no? Yeah, it's all. Where can I buy a really cheap computer? Where can I buy a really cheap computer? The grammar is Here.
Do you know where
Ajá. Aquí está. Aquí está la gramática. Ya tengo, information question is this. Can I is the question. What is the affirmative form of can I?
I can buy
Okay.
a really
So,
cheap
Magali,
computer?
a ver, tell me the sentence complete. Starting with do you know.
Do you know where I can buy a really cheap computer?
Thank you. Can is easy, no? Can is, well, it's not easy, no? But it's like easier than others. Easier than others. Yes? Do you know where I can buy a cheap computer? Yes. And if you notice, just change this structure. In the first was the same, ¿no? Entonces, first, ok chicos, para los que no están comprendiendo mucho, primero yo tengo que analizar la pregunta, la estructura. Si yo no tengo el análisis de la pregunta, no puedo empezar como a intentar adivinar cómo la voy a hacer. Ya tengo el inicio. Pero si yo no reconozco la estructura, no voy a saber, por ejemplo, si hay un did, eliminate the did, poner verbo en pasado. Si hay un do, eliminate the do, dejar verbo en presente. Generalmente, no, más bien, siempre, you will have after if, o el information question, the person, the subject. Eso es lo que tienen, keep in mind, keep in mind. The person after the information question or if. Persona o sujeto después del information question o el if. Lo guardo y lo guardo. Es un buen tip, porque ya sabría que después va o el verbo to be, o el verbo, o el have en presente perfecto, etc. Okay. Tenemos el número 4. How much did your cell phone cost? Hijo, mano, I hate these people. I hate these people. When I hate these people, I mean Cambridge people. You remember the cost of your cell phone? Estaría padre, pero no. Sí, o sea, puedo decirle, can you remember the cost of your cell phone? Obvio, sí puedo decirle eso. Pero eso sería como una pregunta, si hubiese sido con el verbo, ni siquiera con un verbo to be, así, normal. Como que yo quisiera agregar el complemento a la pregunta, ¿te acuerdas el costo de algo? No. Si empiezo, can you remember? Ajá. Aquí tengo la information question, how much did, elimino el did, la persona, what is the person, what is the subject of this? Number 4.
Can you remember?
Information question. What is the information question of this? Sí, no solo how, ¿eh? How much? What is the person?
How much your cell phone?
Sí.
No. Your cell phone.
Sí. And when I told you I hate these people, is because cost in present is the same in past. Do you see?
Yes.
O sea, pues, cost is in present, in past, and in past participle the same.
Okay. Yes.
¿No?
O sea, no,
entonces,
podría confundir el did, pero no.
Correcto. Y no solo, no más bien no es que no me haga que me confunda, más bien no me deja entender por qué le están poniendo así. Si yo no sé que el verbo en pasado de cost es cost, yo puedo pensar que se queda igual. Por eso no me ayuda este ejemplo. No me ayuda para que ustedes comprendan. Si estuviera muy marcada una ED, un verbo en pasado muy marcado, para ustedes sería más fácil. Pero entendamos que en la pregunta está en presente, en la respuesta está en pasado. Bueno, la respuesta que es pregunta, que también es pregunta, estaría en pasado. ¿Ok? That's why I say it doesn't help me too much. No me ayuda esta. And in fact, it's the only we have with did. Do you see my point? It's the only with did. So they didn't give me too much there. So cost in present, in the number 4 in the question, and in the indirect question is cost in past. Podría, si quieres, Carmen, marcar o underline cost in the answer and put verb in past. Sí, no tendría otra forma que usted comprendiera. Past. Claro. Thank you. Thank you. How can I put my vacation photos on the web? Imagínense que no supiéramos, ¿no? How can I put my vacation photos on the web? Está el can I. Ahí está.
Do you have any idea how I can put my vacation photos in the web?
Yes. Do you have any idea how I can put my vacation photos on the web? The only change you made was can I or I can? Yes. Down loud. Okay, guys. I need necesito puntitos para los que estén perdidos, please. Estamos perdidas. We are lost. Puntitos del chat. If you feel you are lost. Okay, Marta. Who else? Ay, yo le decía nada más, Marta, ¿no? A ver. Y a la hora del examen, no, ¿quién sabe más aquí quiere? Dulce, ok. ¿Quién más? Ok, Dulce, Marta. A ver, Dulce, Marta. All the questions, todas las preguntas, you can transform them, las puedes hacer indirectas, ¿sí? Le das un inicio, el inicio no lo están sugiriendo ahí, ¿no? Es como, tienes idea, me pregunto, te acuerdas, sabes. Entonces yo, como esas son las introducciones, ya no puedo dejar la pregunta en forma de pregunta y la tengo que hacer en forma afirmativa, ¿sabes? Entonces, tengo que analizar primero si mi pregunta tiene information question, porque eso iría a la mitad. O despuésito de la expresión que me sugieren. Después del I wonder, en su caso en la 5, después del do you have any idea, ahí iría el information question, que en este caso sería how many, how much, where, y en la primera, how much. Solo hicimos una con if, que fue la número 2, no, la número 2 y 3 las hicimos con, sí, la número 2 la hicimos con if nada más, porque es la única que no tiene information question. Después tengo que pensar en hacer afirmación de mi pregunta, no pregunta. Entonces cambio la estructura, pero cada tiempo me va a pedir distinto cambio. Un do me va a pedir solo que lo quite. Un did me va a pedir que quite el did y cambie el verbo a qué tiempo. Un did me va a pedir que quite el did y cambie el verbo a pasado. Bien. Un will, pues me va a pedir que no quite nada, pero cambie el orden. Un modal no me va a pedir que lo quite, solo que cambie el orden. Un there is, un there are, bueno, un are there o is there, me va a pedir que cambie el orden. Generalmente va a ser cambio de orden. Solo en las estructuras que cuando tengo que preguntar, tengo que agregar un auxiliar. Ejemplo, do, does, did. Y que son esas, ¿eh? Hasta donde me acuerdo ahorita, no tengo otra en donde tenga que agregarle algo. Todas se quedarían igual. Porque presente perfecto, respeto el have o el has y respeto el verbo en pasado participio. Todo lo demás serían cambios. Solo que tengan una pregunta con do o con did, es que yo quito algo y hago un cambio en el caso de did. Y en el caso de do, solamente quito el do. ¿Ok? Of course, if I don't know the questions, in fact, it's difficult, no? It says, how many songs can you store on an MP3 player? Okay. The structure, the grammar structure is, ay, me hace como, ya me saco esta cosa. Aquí está, que estoy tratando de mover. Ahí quedó. What is the grammar part? Because I cannot do it. How many songs? The information question, what is?
How?
No, nada más es how. Si yo pienso que how solo es la information question, me va a salir mal.
How many?
Sí, todavía falta algo. How many?
How many songs can you?
No, la information question nada más es how many songs. ¿Cómo se?
I
¿Cómo se
wonder.
A ver, ¿sí?
mm,
Sí, esa. Va esa que rayaron, sí. Me pregunto.
I wonder how
Sí.
how many songs?
Yes. Person.
Mm, you you can store on
Yes.
an MP3 player. MP3.
Sí, MP3 player, it's okay. Yes. The store is like keep. Okay, how many songs you can store on an MP3 player? Okay. Well, what was the challenge of this one? ¿Cuál fue el reto en esta última? ¿Y por qué fue tan difícil? ¿Qué fue lo difícil?
Porque trae songs, como cuántas canciones.
Ajá. Porque the information question is too long. Está tan largo el information question que no me dejaba descifrarla. Pero si ustedes analizan la estructura, dicen, mira, pues aquí está el can, antes es information question. O sea, sí, puede haber un what kind of people, what kind of music, what kind of stores, yes? And how many songs, how many people, how many, it's the information question. The question is, how many songs can you store on an MP3 player? I wonder how many songs you can store on an MP3 player. Okay, guys, I don't know it is difficult. I know it. Okay. New words, guys, new words, nuevas palabras aquí. Maybe download, we check that one, no? Download. The other is store, that is keep, almacenar, store. That's why store es una tienda, chicos, que eso es un almacén donde guardan cosas, store. Then it's web, we know that. Cheap computer, no. I guess the problem here is the way you organize the sentence, okay? We have to study, remember, we have review, and give me a second. I took the screenshot of this, but you can do it too if you want, okay? Let me take this. We are 34. You, good number. It's a good number of students, 34. Yes, teacher, we don't want to get lost, sorry. We don't want to get lost again. Okay. Now is the moment we try to understand the way they did. Hey. Hold on. Student. Three. Okay. Hold on. Now in the book, we are going to analyze this thing. Can you help me reading Stephen, please? Stephen? Who can help me reading Stephen? ¿Quién me ayuda with Stephen?
Yo,
Please, go ahead.
have you checked the battery? Do you know if it is charged?
Okay. Where is the indirect question there? Could you underline the indirect question? ¿Dónde está la pregunta directa? Where is it? In Stephen.
Do you know if it is charged?
Yes, that's it. Exactly. Yes. Do you know if it's charged? Yes. Could you underline it? Ya la marcaba. Thanks a lot. Yes. That is the indirect question. Nela, I have no idea why it's doing that. In fact, it's well. I have no idea why it's doing that. All that is the indirect question. Yes? Who can help me with Héctor? ¿Quién lee a Héctor?
Leer.
Yes? Can you read it?
Yo.
Adelante. Go ahead. Yes.
It's probably a software problem. We should call Yemen.
Yes.
Can anyone remember what Yemen's number is?
Where is the indirect question? Can you underline it, please? ¿Dónde está la pregunta indirecta? Who can tell me the indirect question? Okay. Yes, Laura, pues tú me dices start. ¿Dónde empieza esa pregunta? Si todo el segundo, pero empieza.
Can anyone?
Yes. Can anyone remember what? Ahí está mi information question. Yaman's number is. Vean cómo está el verbo to be al final. Yes. That's it. Esa fue, la pregunta fue hecha así. What is Yaman's number? Así debió haber sido hecha. O sea, no debió haber sido, pero directa. Yes? You're late. That's okay. Thanks a lot, guys. Kenji. Can you help me reading? Kenji, please? No, Kenji. Can they, Kenji?
Sí que yo. There's something wrong with my computer. It keeps freezing up. Does anyone know what the problem is?
Thank you. What is the indirect question there?
Does anyone know what the problem is?
Thanks a lot. Yes. Who helps me reading? Tracy. Tracy?
Me.
Tracy. Go ahead.
The last time I had a computer problem, I went online for tech support, but I can't remember which website I used.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. What is the indirect question?
If you have that awful.
No. In the Tracy. In Tracy. What is the indirect question?
I can't remember which.
Okay.
I can't remember which website I used.
Just,
This
Yes.
question hubiese sido preguntada con did, porque me está poniendo el verbo en pasado, ¿ya vio? What website did you use? Y entonces la cambié y dijo, I can't remember what website I used. Okay, Jennifer's, I can move it this. What happened? What's going on? Give me a second. It doesn't let me move it. Ahí está. Y Jennifer, can you read it, please? Who?
A ver, otra vez yo. I wonder if you have that awful virus going around on your antivirus software.
Antivirus?
¿Cómo?
Yes. Antivirus software.
Software. Okay.
Yes. Thanks a lot. I wonder if you have that awful, terrible. Okay? That's okay. What is the indirect question?
I wonder
If you have
if, if you have that awful virus that's going around.
Yes. Tell me something. Analizando esa indirecta, ¿cómo se preguntó? La pregunta, el verbo está en presente, tiene if. ¿Con qué pregunté? Si lo invirtiera, si lo pasara de la indirecta a la directa.
If
Tiene porque no hay information question. Mi verbo está en presente. Está diciendo, me pregunto si ustedes tienen este terrible virus que anda ahí por ahí. Eso le está diciendo. I wonder if you have that awful virus that's going around. ¿En qué tiempo está? La idea que tengan, no importa que sea errónea, ¿qué idea tienen? Que digan, esa pregunta es indirect, but it was. ¿Es pasado? No. ¿Presente perfecto? No. Le está diciendo si tienen.
Present.
Presente
Continuo.
perfecto, no es perfecto porque tiene have, pero no tiene verbo pasado participio, Mata. Sí, parece un perfecto.
Continuo, ¿no?
Es presente simple. Y esa pregunta fue, sí, do you have that awful virus? Es lo mismo decir, do you have that awful virus? Es decir, I wonder if you have that awful virus. ¿Yes? ¿Y se entiende por qué? Porque me pregunto si tienen ese virus. Es lo mismo que decir, do you have this virus? See my point? Yes? Sí, podría hacerla a la inversa también. Anita, who reads Anita?
John,
Go ahead, please.
you know what you should do? You should delete all your temporary internet files. I forget how you do that. Thought.
Forget how you do that stuff. Okay. In this, you have two indirect questions. Difficult, but you have two. Analicen la estructura. Tienen que tener como una introducción, o pregunta o afirmación, una information question o un if a la mitad y luego una afirmación. Busquen el if o el information question a la mitad. What are the two indirect questions? Dijo, aquí.
How you do that? Oh.
Exactly. I forget how you do that. And the other? Yes, yes. You know what you should do. You know what you should do. ¿Saben qué debería hacer? You know what you should do, and I forget how to do that. That's okay. Great. And the last is Omar. Omar. ¿Dónde dice Omar? Está. Who says Omar? Well, I know what we should do. We should all have another cup of coffee. Okay. What is the indirect there? The indirect structure there, what? No? Okay.
I know what we should do.
Yes, that's it. I know it's a little difficult, but we have to practice a little bit. Yes? Study the structure we check at the beginning. And then, well, guys, this is exactly the way you have to do it. And here it's a little confused because there's no way to that if you analyze them, you have like what's the problem? Do you know what the problem is? I don't know what the problem is. And you have the two options. O empezando con una pregunta o empezando con una afirmación. Aquí está. This is the question. This is the negative, relative, affirmative form. But it's the same question. Yes? This is the grammar chart. The grammar chart is important for you. Es importante. Si no entiendo la estructura, analizar esto. We are going to use this, and this. And we are eliminating or deleting this. These are my options, and these are my beginnings. Son mis inicios. Yes? Ok. Okay. Apparently, the questions are like with can and do. Pero no, en realidad la pregunta en sí, la gramática de la pregunta va a estar aquí, en esta parte de aquí y acá. Donde esté el should, donde esté el verbo en pasado, los demás son inicios nada más. Do you know? Can you remember? Do you have any idea? I have no idea. I wonder. Okay? So focus on this explanation. And then try to change some direct questions to indirect questions, right? Don't worry, we are going to continue or keep on working on this. Vamos a seguir trabajando con esto. De hecho, the project will be about it, about this thing. 7 minutes? Oh, thanks, Carmen. Thanks a lot. Oh my gosh. Yes, and I have to show you the part being going to be. You know what it is? Okay. No, because you have to answer this. It's not necessary. Okay, guys. In a moment, I will let you know about this. I know that it was a little difficult, the indirect question, but I will tell you, I will assign you a little activity for you to practice. Yes, voy a mandar un formato para practicar las indirectas de sus amigas. No, okay. Lesson B, how things work. Who wants to be Pedro? Pedro and Ken. Who wants to be Pedro? Puede ser Pedra too, if you want. O Ken o Kena. Who wants to work? Pedro, Ken, go ahead, go, please.
Take it away, teacher.
Go ahead. You want to be Ken? Okay. And Pedro?
El que sea.
You are Ken. Pedro? Who? Tú eres Ken, hija. Pedro?
A ver, yo.
Yo.
Yo,
Ah,
ya,
bueno,
tengo
ella.
3. Ya. Okay. ¿Es Magali? Who is? Yes. ¿Quién fue Pedro entonces?
¿Quién empieza, no? Yo soy Pedro.
Ken empieza. Dale. Ken, please go ahead.
Yo, okay, ¿empiezo?
Yes.
Pedro, how do you turn on the DVD player? I read the instruction manual, but I can't figure out how to do it.
Pedro.
Okay.
Pedro.
Let's see.
Let's see. Bueno, yeah.
Sí. Let's see.
Let's see. I think you can use the remote to turn it on. Do you know where is?
Where it is? Ken.
Yeah, it's right here.
Pedro.
Yeah, it's right here.
Pero ¿quién dijo eso? Pedro.
Okay,
Pedro.
so let me know you what to do. First, you press this,
Press.
press this
Ajá.
button
Button.
that turns the DVD player on. How it's not working.
Ken.
I wonder if there's something wrong with the remote.
I wonder if there's something wrong with the remote.
Pedro.
Actually, the problem is the DVD player. We need plug it in.
Plug it
Oh,
in.
All
right.
right.
All right. Okay. That's it. This is another topic. Okay. Forget about the questions. Don't worry. We will keep on working on that, but we cannot give all class to that. So please, this is after this conversation, what you have is this. Phrasal verbs, separable phrasal verbs. The phrasal verbs are this. Look. Because if I have them like this, it's difficult. Here you have like the list of phrasal verbs. It says, turn your TV on, turn your TV. Okay. If you get confused a little bit with this, is for example, turn on, turn off, Yes? Turn on and turn off. What is the meaning of turn on and turn off?
Prender y apagar.
Ándale. But they say, write the correct choices in each question, compare with a partner. For them, what is the correct to say? Do you turn your TV on? Do you turn on your TV? Or do your TV turn on every morning? There are two options that are correct. Hay dos correctas. Which one?
You turn your TV on y turn on your TV.
Uh-huh. And what is the difference? Oh, what is the phrasal verb? What is the phrasal verb in this? ¿Dónde está el phrasal verb? Ajá, ahí está. ¿Y en la otra dónde está? En donde también es correcto. La primera me la marcaron como correcta y es correcto. What is the phrasal verb? Remember that this phrasal verb you can separate them. Los podemos separar. ¿Y qué ponemos? Ese está mal. Ese está mal. Ese está mal. Ahí está. Bien, Carmen. Sí. Sí. Eso. Ajá. Where is the TV? In the middle. That is the thing. That is the thing. Es lo mismo que yo diga turn the TV on a que diga turn on the TV. Ajá. Ellos son separables. What is the objective? To put the device in the middle. Poner el dispositivo en la mitad. Put the device in the middle or put the thing in the middle. Yes? That's the objective. Okay? In the number 2, it says, do you turn the TV off, turn it off, or turn off it when we are not watching it? Cuando no lo estás viendo. What are the correct? There are 2 that are correct.
Turn the TV off and
Mhm.
turn it off.
Yes. Sí. And the same choice, the last is incorrect. La última está incorrecta. Because the thing is not in the middle. O sea, puedo dejarla a la mitad del phrasal verb, pero no podría ponerla después. ¿Cómo está esta? Espérame. Turn off it. Espérame. Turn the TV off. Turn it off. Espérame. Turn off it. When you are not watching it. And what is turn it off? Pero ¿por qué no podría poner la tercera? ¿Por qué no podría? One minute. No. Give me a second. Piensen. ¿Por qué no podría poner la tercera? Según nosotros. ¿Cuál sería el obstáculo? ¿Cuál sería el problema? ¿Por qué no podría ponerla?
El
Sí pude poner. No, pero el it sí podría ser la televisión. Pero el objeto sí lo tengo que poner. En la 1 pusimos, do you turn on your TV? Sería lo mismo que decir turn off it.